good.
I know, it seems like it was a week ago, but Rusty Wallace said in the pre-race show that turn one was very treacherous, and you see what he's talking about, how cars can get so loose when you get in there underneath somebody.
Blaney in trying to get some of that spoiler pushed back down.
Loosen them up, Don. Loosen them up. Go. Put a couple on. Hurry up. Put a couple on there. We'll come back. Hurry up, Puka. You got enough. Send them out there. We'll come back. We'll come back in. We'll put lefts on it in a minute.
Mike Hillman Jr., the crew chief, talking to Dave Blaney. Here's Dave Reagan coming on pit road in the 6 car. He had the big wiggle and save just about 3 laps ago.
Yeah, it's going to get some more tires on this car and see if they can get it tightened up.
They were just going the wrong way. They were going backwards, so they're trying to stop the slide and get 4 tires on it.
Dave?
That's exactly it, guys. I mean, why not? He was going backwards. He didn't have a car that would go forward, so put a couple tires on it, tighten that car back up, and try to get it close to what he had earlier today. And by earlier today, I mean way earlier today. What time is it?
What day is it?
20 car got the free pass, by the way. There is that's Joey Logano. Here's Jason Leffler, and the bad part for Leffler is that he is 9th in the point standings. And a pretty good battle between Leffler and Ambrose. Marcus Ambrose back in 10th, just 34 points back of Leffler. And Jason was hoping to log another top 10 finish.
They're not giving up. They're going to try to get all they can here. Just 10 laps to go, so they'll get what they can.
Blaney back in, a little bear bond there to try to close up some of those holes in the back.
Never good when you got to get that big hammer after it, is it, Andy?
I like those big hammers. Do some damage with those things.
10 laps to go. Will be they'll give them 1 to go at the line. They'll get the green with 9 to go. And later today here at Lowe's Motor Speedway, we'll have a little NASCAR Sprint Cup action coming your way. Stop number 5 in the chase. And many of these same stars will be in that one.
Be a single file restart here with less than 10 laps to go.
What do you think, guys? Burton, if he gets a chance on the start, can he hang? They were running almost identical lap times once he got by Vickers.
He better pull those belts tight. I don't know if he's got anything for Kyle Busch up there.
You better try to get close enough to. We talked about arrow loose and getting up there. It might even take more than arrow loose. I don't know. May take a little tap or something.
Might take bumper loose.
Get by. Yeah.
He's going to give it a shot, though. This is his last Nationwide Series ride of the year, and he hasn't won one yet. So he's hungry.
Yeah, you just wonder after these cycling. We heard Jeff Burton talk about that these tires they tighten up after the more you run them. So you can see he stayed on the top side of the racetrack there through that whole run.
Now, devil's advocate, how aggressive can he be? I mean, I know both these guys are in the chase, and Jeff Burton is actually 4th in the Cup Series points.
Now, how bad do you want it? That's how aggressive you can be.
And I can tell you right now, he's run this whole time. He's not even thinking about the chase. He's thinking about what he can do to get this car tonight in front of Kyle Busch and win this race.
Let's see if he can get it done. Here they come. It'll be 8 to go. Can Burton hang on to Kyle? Can he get there? How about Vickers and Boyer and Edwards back set 3rd, 4th, and 5th?
Well, he better get ready to run. Kyle Busch stacks him up again, trying to get away from him. Oh, trouble. Mike Bliss gets spun around.
Oh, got another hard lick.
We got a lot of cars spinning here now. The 09, the 52.
Tony Raines involved.
Yeah, a hard hit on the Mike Bliss as he tried to dodge him coming back across the track.
That's another stack up just like we saw earlier.
Yep.
Started all the way up front.
There's Tony Raines. You saw the 09 of John West Townley a moment ago. The 1 of Bliss involved. There's the damage. Oh, Bliss. Heavy damage on that car.
NASCAR warned Kyle Busch about these starts.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, wondered if they were going to make something happen there. He had already been warned, and now we're getting it from NASCAR that 18's been called to pit road.
Tore up a lot of good race cars right there.
Coming up pit road.
Late in the road.
Everybody. No, sorry. He is being called to pit road, but all of them are.
Yeah, as the leader, they're calling him to lead everyone down pit road. So
you have to wonder if they look at that, how they view that, if that was to. I mean, it didn't seem like he's doing anything wrong, but he was warned the first time. But he has plenty of room there to make that restart, and as long as he's maintaining a pretty good speed, there's really not much they can do.
We proved the last time that happened. We looked at the pointer. We could see that he did keep an even speed down to the start.
Yeah. Again, he has from the start-finish line.
He's carrying it all the way down. See, he's still not gone yet. He carries him way down.
See Bliss coming across and getting into Tony Raines.
It's all started. Jeff Burton had to get on the brakes a little bit. Brian Vickers, they're up in second and third, and they all had to get on the brakes. And then Clint Boyer, Carl Edwards, and Kevin Harvick had to get on the brakes. So then everything starts happening behind there.
Remember, the speed's 55 on the racetrack. There it is. He's running 55.
Nothing you can say about that. And again, he has all the way to the start-finish line to start this race.
Yeah, he never dipped below 55. He accelerated from there on up.
Yeah, not a thing he's doing wrong. It's just these guys getting a little bit anxious back there.
And as the leader, you don't want to start the race at the same spot every time, because these guys will know when they can go and start anticipating.
They're jamming up. Hold on.
You heard Bliss's spotter. He got stopped, but he got popped from behind.
You still hate to see all these cars get torn up like that.
Yeah, you do. That's where you just have to be patient. And somebody behind Mike Bliss, obviously, wasn't paying quite as much attention. Mike was getting stopped there and was giving himself plenty of room.
John West Townley out of the car, took two pretty hard licks, and they attended to him, and they're taking him over to be checked out. Let's listen into the 29 radio of Jeff Burton.
Pat, talk to your official. Make them black flag on that one. Already warned him once. Totally his fault for brake checking us there.
Now, that was a 29 spotter talking to the crew chief. That wasn't Jeff Burton we were listening to. It was his spotter. We thought that the 18 might have brake checked the field there and trying to get away. Didn't really see that because we didn't see the speed change.
We didn't see what we call a brake check, but it did. The stack up did start all the way up front, and then finally, by the time it got back to Mike Bliss and those guys, it.
And for the people who may not be familiar with the term brake check, you're talking about.
Yeah, the leader will get sometimes in trying to get away. He may jam the brakes on there to get the guys behind him jamming on where he can get away. But this happened back, it started, and then Mike Bliss got hit, look, maybe by Mike Wallace. Might have been who was the one getting into the one car there. But again, he has all the way to that start-finish line, and these guys start anticipating where the leader should be taking off, and that's what creates the problems. See Mike Wallace here. It's actually Marcus Ambrose. I shouldn't have said Mike Wallace. I saw him there, and it was Marcus Ambrose that got into the back of the one car.
Bliss only had a 20-point lead over David Reagan, and fifth behind him in the points. And now Reagan being shown in 15th spot, Bliss back in 19th.
We're working our way down to the end of this thing. It's going to be 5 laps to go this time by.
Mike Bliss still is on the lead lap. Done a lot of work this car trying to not only keep him on the lead lap, but get to where he could maintain the pace that NASCAR requires when they do go back to green.
2 laps to go. They're trying to get the cleanup vehicles off the track and get some of the areas blown off there. So we'll get the green flag with 3 to go. 13 caution flags for a total of 57 laps tonight. There have been 7 different leaders, 12 lead changes. Kyle Busch, for the 12th time this year, has led the most laps in a NASCAR Nationwide Series race.
Okay, Kyle Busch took him way down to the start-finish line that last restart. He's going to change it up this time. Where's he going to go? Is he going to go early? If you're Jeff Burton, do you anticipate him going early this time?
Yeah, I just think if you're Jeff Burton, you got to be on your toes for anything. From the time that you get to that line, you have to be ready to go. And Kyle Busch can't now. He has to get to those marks because NASCAR will get him if he takes off before those marks that we showed you earlier on the outside wall. So he has to get to that point, and Jeff Burton will be anticipating anytime that Kyle Busch gets right in that vicinity to be ready to go.
5 laps to go. By the way, just for information purposes, the record for caution flags here is 14 set in this race 3 years ago. We are at 13. We don't want to tie any records tonight if we can help it.
It'd be our preference if we could run these last few laps under green. It'd be a pretty exciting finish here.
Should be. Don't bet on it, but it should be. As far as being caution free, I should say. Listen in to the 32 radio there with Brian Vickers.
Apparently you can get away with it. That's good to know. Brake check is legal. Why they give him another warning?
Hot hands, that'll work. Bill Whalen's up here going nuts on the other channel to the tower, so we'll see.
All these guys are feeling like they got brake check there. We didn't see that with our.
Well, they don't have the advantage of seeing our pointers with the speeds in there. It's perceived as that it was a brake check.
Now we're going to put the pointers in so everybody can watch the speeds on this restart. As we saw Kyle Busch, it is 45 miles an hour on pit road, 55 in the pace car on the track. So he was at 55, 56, and an accelerator from on up from there. So he had not slowed down. Let's watch this restart here. We're going to put both the 18 and the 29 in, Kyle Busch and Jeff Burton. Will be 3 to go when they take the green flag.
The pace truck's got them slowed way down here. This is slower than normal.
Yeah, they're trying to get the blowers off on the backstretch, and they're able to do that now. They had to wait till the field got by. So they got those off so that we can go green this time by.
Yeah, now they just pulled behind the wall at the midpoint of the back straightaway. Here comes the pace truck off, and let's watch the speeds pick up.